If you want a friend overseas to know how Australia feels, give them Cloud Street. If you want them to know how we roll, give them Vegemite. If you want them to know who we are, give them Paul Kelly. I'm not standing for election, so just hold off, all right. Since his debut in 1974, Paul has been a one-man songline, marking out our land with the stories of us, lovers and fighters, arseholes and dreamers, wanderers and fools, lost souls and found. Through the Dots, the Messengers, the Coloured Girls with Archie Roach and Kev Carmody, Ruby Hunter, Renee Geyer, Vicar and Linda Bull, Kate Sobrano, Christine Arnoux, Chrissy Amphlett, Casey Chambers, Deborah Conway, Jenny Morris, Tex, Don and Charlie, Yotta Yindi, and in his own unmistakable voice, Paul has sung us. He sings us because he is us, a man of big family Barbies, sometimes wintry with self-doubt, at others sun-flushed with lust, who reads the paper from the back, keeps a keen eye on the horizon, and knows that backyard cricket is never over till the last drop of sunlight has left. Like any of the great cricketers he's sung about, the stats only give us the bare bones of Paul's career. 18 studio albums, 53 singles, 10 film soundtracks and TV scores, including One Night the Moon, Lantana and Jindabyne. APRA Song of the Year in 1991 for Treaty, Songwriter of the Year in 1999, 8 ARIA awards, including Best Male Artist in 1997. The same year, he was inducted into the ARIA Hall of Fame. What the stats don't show, of course, and never could, is how Paul has nourished and influenced so many other musicians with whom he has shared his drive and creativity. And like all great cricketers, Paul only really makes sense if you've seen him play. I don't know what your Paul Kelly moment is. For me, it's deeper water, the hair standing up in the back of my neck, the churn in my gut, that shock of recognition as my song has been sung, even though it is clearly someone else's. How many of us have stood at a Paul Kelly gig unexpectedly stripped to the bone by his alchemy with melody and words? Now, it's tempting to say that Paul's alchemy is a gift, but closer inspection shows that it is owed more to a family that was musical at its core, a lifetime spent greedily devouring the work of every writer and musician he could lay his hands on, and a willingness to lovingly beg, steal and borrow from all of them. And so we have a songbook whose influences range from Dante to Dylan, from Proust to Professor Longhair, from Nick Cave to Raymond Carver. Only Paul Kelly could have a body of work that references both Shakespeare and Shane Warne, respectively the greatest influences on English and Australian culture, and get away with it. One of Paul's many literary wellsprings, the American poet Walt Whitman said, "Behold, I do not give lectures or a little charity. When I give myself." And so it is of tonight's recipient of the 2011 Ted Albert Award for Outstanding Services to Australian Music. It's such a pleasure to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you poet, storyteller, songwriter, composer, coffee snob, travelling salesman, poet lorikeet, mentor, shapeshifter, workmanlike leg spinner, thief, lover, last of the cassette men, owner of a passable left-foot drop punt, standard bearer for ordinary-looking blokes everywhere, and a man who knows you play to the people listening, not to the people talking, Mr. Paul Kelly.
Thank you. It's an honour to get an award named after the legendary Ted, great musical pioneer. So thanks to APRA for setting it up, and thanks to APRA again for all the great work they do looking after us writers. I wrote my first song 35 years ago, and if I was going to thank everybody who's helped me along the way, I'll probably be talking until morning, so I won't. So I'd just like to dedicate this to my parents, John and Joe, who gave my brothers and sisters and I a great love of music and made us do piano lessons at a young age. I didn't last very long on the piano, but I've been fooling around with music ever since. Someone once asked Duke Ellington, out of all the songs you've written, what's your favourite? And the Duke said, the one I'm working on. And that's all a writer wants, is to have something fun to work on, to have a puzzle to play with. So I'd like to propose a toast to all my fellow songwriters and all of you workers in song. Please charge your glasses. And here's to the next song coming on down the road. Here's to one more tune. Thank you very much. Thanks.